Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Paper here with another Snap video. In this video, we're talking about Silk, the newest card added to Marvel Snap. She is a 2-cost, 5-power card that reads, after any card is played here, this moves to another location. Now this effect happens when you play on the location or when your opponent plays on the location. So think of it as kind of a Titania that moves sideways instead of back and forth. She's really strong as a 2-5. We've seen this stat line on other 2-cost cards before. Almost all of those cards get nerfed, so I think this card is really strong currently. She may be nerfed in the future, but I mean, we really don't know. Her effect only applies when the cards are revealed, so things like Lemuria and Invisible Woman will delay Silk from activating. The synergies and the plays that are opened up by this card are actually really fun. I can see her being included as just a staple, much in the same way that Lizard has been previously. Based purely on the stat line. The deck that I've put together for this video was my most successful deck of the night. I think I had like a 70% win rate in like 30 games, an average of 1.4 cubes, which is really solid. It's a small sample size, but it is pretty substantial how aggressive I was able to be with this deck, having this brand new card in it and not really knowing the play styles of it. I think it's a great card. I feel really confident about the deck that I'm presenting today, so let's get right into it. As you can see, this version of a Silk list is pretty heavily based in a Bounce or Sera control list. We're including cards like Hitmonkey and Pryde to set up large final turns with Mysterio, who also helps to limit Silk's randomness if the situation calls for it. We've also included Kraven as a way to benefit off of the few move effects in this list. We can often scale Kraven to 6 power with Jeff and Polaris, which is pretty good value, and he can grow even more with Silk's lucky bounces. Our biggest card in this list is Sera, who allows us to play sometimes up to 6 cards on the final turn, which can swing the game in our favor. We touched on her briefly in the intro, but let's talk a little bit more about Silk. Silk's a great card and a strong replacement in decks that traditionally like to play Lizard. If you don't have priority, your Silk is just a 2-5 with no effect as long as you play her last. With priority, sometimes it can feel like a gamble, but in a list that includes Sera, we can often fill a location that we don't want her to move to. In regards to her effect, Silk feels a lot like Titania. There's a big guessing game when it comes to playing Silk, much in the same way. I had turns with this deck where Silk moves 3 to 4 times in a single turn because she just kept moving to locations with a card that had yet to be revealed. It's really silly and can make the final turn calculations seemingly impossible, but this is why I like having the Sera in the list where we can manage it a little bit more than some of the other lists that we can come up with. Our main win condition in this list isn't Silk though. We win games with this list primarily through the use of Pryde, Hitmonkey, and of course Sera. Scaling Pryde starting from turn 1 makes this deck very hard to compete with. Add in Angela and Bishop for even more scaling as you play Kitty, and the deck can quickly get out of hand. I believe Bounce is one of the strongest archetypes right now, and even just including one Bounce card in this list has proven that the core itself is just ridiculous. Hitmonkey and Sera work together to create a final turn where you can fill the board with a bunch of cards and Hitmonkey can become a huge drop for just 1 cost. Without Sera, this deck's win rate drops dramatically, so understand that if you're going into turn 6 without her, you're quite hindered. The move synergies in this deck are pretty obvious. We've already talked a little bit about Kraven, but to activate Kraven's effect, we've got Jeff and Polaris. Jeff is just a staple at this point. He's super solid and can bail you out of sticky situations. And then Polaris can move potential combo pieces in or out of locations for your opponent, and then Miles will just activate off of either of those. If you draw Polaris, Jeff, or Silk before turn 5, Miles will almost certainly activate at some point in the game. I often like to move Jeff on turn 5 just so Miles is a 1 cost on the final turn. Overall, this deck worked really well. We had about a 70% win rate, averaging about 1.4 cubes per game in just over 30 games. So I think this deck is actually pretty strong. It's a pretty small sample size still, but we kind of moved on to playing other decks to try Silk out in some other situations. I do think that this is the best home for her so far for me, but I'll take you guys over to the gameplay now so you can see just how it plays. And if you're not already subscribed to me here on YouTube, I'd really appreciate it if you can sub to my YouTube channel here. I also stream all of my games on Twitch at twitch.tv/paper with 2 R's. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. I am throwing in some more Snap streams now that Conquest mode is out, so just keep an eye out. It'll be around the same time slot, so if you give me a follow over there on Twitch, you'll be able to see when I go live. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll send you over to the gameplay now, and as always, good luck snapping. Oh, we need Kraven. I used to play Iron Man in my Galactus list to try and get around Shang if I had Prio. Not bad, not bad. This is bad though. Gonna come next turn. Stupid. How are we feeling about Silk so far? I think she's cool. I've gained a lot of cubes so far. So, if you thought about creating an OnlyFans, no. Not in my peripherals at all. Okay, so we successfully predicted this Polaris play. So now like their Nidavellir is a little bit worse off. We can Shang-Chi this middle lane after a bit. Okay, so we just Angela this, Sentinel it. Silk is like really fun though. Like watch, if she like moves to the middle here, like she could just like move around. It's so cool. Like she's just fucking moving. She fucking goes, dude. Do. You schmoovin', dude. Yeah, when she's like going around like over and over again, it is a little bit annoying. I will admit that. We have priority, so our Shang-Chi can't do anything ever. Most realistic case is that they play... Do we think they play something middle? So here's the thing. If... we want Silk to end up back in the middle lane. And I think we can game it in a way to guarantee that she does, right? If we play this Miles... If we play Miles... Wait, I gotta do this in the right order. Okay, so we have to play Miles first. So that she swings to the right. Hits Hit Monkey. The thing is, we're gonna get Ronin on this right lane. It's just a Ronin. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe they Ronin left lane. Definitely Ronin right, but then we win the left lane. Yeah, so Silk moves and then Hit Monkey comes down. Silk moves back over. The enemy can move her too. That is true. But I think when she moves over, we beat the Ronin right. So that's true. I forget that she can move with the opponent's play as well. But we win left, and then we should, depending on what they play. Ronin's only 11. Oh yeah, that's fine. Oh wait. Oh my god. So we played so we played Miles in the middle, so stop Nebula from getting her +2. The Mystique will move over to Asteroid M always. And then Silk goes over to just make sure we win the right lane. Down bad, man. He's down bad. I don't have a target. I don't have a target for Vormir. This is a Patriot list, though. Doesn't it gift yourself a sub? Yeah, I really don't understand that. That is a weird thing, isn't it? You would think that would be like, if you gift like over a certain number, they would give you the sub. Okay, so we win Mojo World. We just have to make sure that we can win Vormir. Or just another lane. Because we for sure win Mojo World as long as we're able to pull something off with Polaris. Do we just play Silk?
It's clobbering time.
So this is good for us, I think, because he has to play into Vormir to move Silk off of here. He doesn't need to move Silk off of here, actually. I'm an idiot. We move Jeff. I think we no matter what win this right lane as long as we have 4 cards on it, which we can do with Spider-Man, Kitty, Mysterio. Yo, Dimps, thanks for the gifted sub to Midwinter. It's really kind of you, appreciate that. We don't have priority. This was a mistake. Because he plays Ultron. Do this. We can play all 4 of these. So this.
Oh shit, here we go again.
They're 4s. Wait, let's think about this. They are 4s. So 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 8 is 17. Can we just beat 17? 8, 12, 17. If we just play the right, if we play Mysterio on the right, we can guarantee we actually win this. Yeah, I think this guarantees the win. The Mysterio will trigger the Silk, so Silk will move over to the right. But he should just be playing Ultron on the left here. Yep. So now, no matter what Polaris pulls, we win the right lane. Yep. Now, do we win the left lane? I think we win the left lane too. I think we're good. Mysterio plays, dies to Vormir, prompting Silk to move to the right. We win Mojo World by 100. Nice. Oh, Silk moves back over. We lose Mojo World, but I think we played the real Mysterio on the right, so we win it. God, the ordering on this. It's still confusing me, but
Victory.
Good thing we played the real Mysterio on the right. Happens when she gets hazmated, but she wasn't even flipped yet. All right, pull off Bifrost. Come on, man. Give me a move card, man. Come on, man. You gave me the worst card in his hand. Give me the worst card in his hand. Come on. Yeah, what's going on, Drayfon? Thanks for the raid, man. I don't want to play Mr. Sinister. This card sucks. Play Vulture. Not much, man. We're playing a Silk Sera bounce deck. So we're seeing how it's working. I think Silk's a pretty decent card. It's only gonna give you +2, dude. Or yeah, +4. But we get stuff like this where she can just buff Kraven like that pretty easily. And we do this, this, and this. Pull the Misty into the middle, buff Kraven more. He has no 3s in there to buff with, well, he would have two cards to buff with Patriot. But we play Polaris first so that Silk moves, and then we have 2 cards to catch Silk in either location. Yeah, so we just can avoid the right lane. But Polaris pulls the Misty over, buffs Kraven. Silk will move. Miles, Silk moves, buffs Kraven again. My god. Play Sera to move Silk out of here. Problem with moving Silk out of here, I feel like we're fine in the middle. I feel like we don't need to put anything into the middle lane. If we just play Sera here in a lane that we're already kind of going to be losing, it's probably okay. If we draw Mysterio, we can clog the board so Silk can't move anymore. Interesting.
I am Iron Man.
Okay. Hitmonkey Bishop's the most power that we can play on this left lane. If he plays a Patriot and a Surfer, we're in deep trouble. If he plays Patriot and Surfer, we win the right lane. I feel like we just lose the left lane, and then we should just go for the win on the right lane. We're gonna win a second Boomer Snap in a row. I feel like we win this. Oh my god, stop. 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 Okay, Mr. Sinister fills up this left lane, so actually he's a goated card right now. See if we win another 8-cube Boomer Snap. That's 3 cards. That's not the number of cards I thought he was about to play. Is it a Wasp? Maybe? It's a Wasp. If it's a Wasp, we're okay. Maybe. Patriot. Visible Woman. It is a Wasp. Dude, the Boomer Snaps are just not... They're not working. They're not working out for people tonight. Hey guys, if you like the gameplay that you just saw, then come hang out on my stream. I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7 p.m. Pacific time over on Twitch and would love to hang out with you. You can find the link in the description. Also be sure to subscribe here on YouTube for more deck breakdowns and give this video a thumbs up to help me out. Thanks for watching and good luck snapping.